So let's keep working on the template programming. So let's define a class with template variable, template types. So maybe we can define a class vector, public vector 2D maybe. So integer x, integer y, y. So this is what you did with your homework, the xy position, right? But sometimes you want to use double precision, and sometimes you want to use float precision, right? This means that you need to use different class number, class name to the float, double float, right? This is not a good way for advanced programmers. So let's go back to TensorFlow example here. Let me find a good example. Log. What do you think the most important part of this TensorFlow code? Register, shape, tensor? Maybe. I checked the log. Okay, so there is a template. And I think I saw virtual. Let's find the virtual. So you have studied polymorphism and virtual functions. Yep. And you are studying templates. So so after studying polymorphism and template programming, then I believe you can read TensorFlow code and other C++ libraries. So they are two keys for advanced C++ programming. Okay, so you are almost ready after this class. Okay, so we don't want to implement so many classes for type changes. So instead we use template class. I told you you can do this one. Yeah, okay, not semicolon. Maybe you can use your name, my name, random name. Okay, and you can use this one for your type. It's weird, right? Okay. And maybe we can define a print function. Void print std cout x y. Okay. And maybe you can define a create a constructor vector 2D const this type this type and input x input, and const this type y input, and x is initialize x input, y is initialized by this value. Okay, you got it? So you can do this one, vector 2D, so integer vector and 1 1. But in this case there is an error here, because, well, your compiler doesn't know what this is. It doesn't know, right? So we can do this. We want to define a vector 2D class with integer parameters, integer member variables. So we can do this. So I know that you are not familiar with these brackets, and most of the brackets inside the complicated code are for this one. Okay, so you can do this, and int vector dot print. You can do this, right? And maybe you can try float or double. You can try float or double inside this one. And you can maybe try string. So string vector hello, I'm hungry, because I'm hungry now. You can do this, and you can typo here, vector dot print, right? So let's try. It's working. 1 hello, I'm hungry, right? It's interesting. Maybe you can try one more thing here. So class second type, so that you can use different type here, like this. You got it? So in this case we cannot use this one, but instead vector 2D string integer, maybe. So str into the vector. So hello, some number, and maybe you can simply print this one. Control. So it prints hello and some number, integer. So this is a string and this is an integer. So you can use template for class definition. So inside this compiler, it generates the code of this class. Okay, so it automatically generates this class. So string and integer and something like this, right? So it's very convenient for you. Okay, so this is how to define template classes. Okay,